Welcome back, Rankers. Anybody see an announcement from Google last week about Google Instant? You may have come across that. In case you haven't, let's go and have a look at it right now. There's been a lot of talk about it, and a lot of people have said, yet again, SEO is dead because of Google Instant. Well, let's just stop the hysteria for a second and have a look at Google Instant. What is it and what does it mean? Okay, let's just say you were wanting to know, I don't know, how to vote ALP during the last election. See what happened then? Every time I typed in a letter, the results on the page changed. So how is it doing this? Well, it's getting it from Google Suggestions. Now, if you've been watching the show for a while, you know I will have been saying for ages, use Google Suggestions to help in your keyword analysis. Now there's a very, very, very good reason to pay attention to Google Suggestions. These are the phrases that Google thinks that you're looking for, and it's based on other data that Google has, such as, we believe you're looking for this search because everybody else is looking for this search. So frequency, popularity of what the search is. So if you type in H, actually here's a better one. If you type in W, Google thinks you're looking for the weather. If you type in WW, Google thinks you're looking for Facebook. And if you type in www, Google thinks you're looking for Facebook. And the first 6 or so results are all Facebook. And I find that quite funny for a lot of reasons. But what Google Instant does is that it speeds the experience up. That's its primary purpose. It's allowing you to get your information faster. What I would like to see on Google Instant is something like Google search trending. So we can see what we have on Twitter over here on TweetDeck. We've got this trending section in Twitter, and that tells us the sorts of the most popular things people are talking about or tweeting about in the case of Twitter at that particular time. And you know, the bigger the word, the more people are talking about it. And that's what I would like to see. Something like that in Google Instant. Google is so, so driven at the moment to be real-time web, and that's, you know, in a large part because of the way Twitter has just swept people's use of the internet. And what I would like to see is some just a little section up here that shows me, in relation to these Google Suggestions, what else is trending in that area. So that is Google Instant, no big deal. It's only in google.com at the moment. It is being rolled out to other countries, and I think it might be in UK as well by now, but it's certainly not in google.com.au. But when it does get to google.com.au, don't freak out, it's okay. Some people are saying, oh, well, now you have to also rank for just single phrases. Well, I don't know. If I'm looking for, say, a Christmas Carol songbook and I type in C, I'm not all of a sudden going to go to Craigslist or off to CNN. Well, actually, if you type in C, Google thinks you're looking for Craigslist. But, you know, or if I'm looking for a Christmas Carol songbook, I'm not going to move away from the search or stop typing because all of a sudden I see Google Chrome. And that's what a lot of people have been saying. It's that people will all of a sudden abandon their search and go on to the suggestion. Well, I'm still looking for Christmas carols. I'm not going to go and click on Christopher Nolan, whoever that is. And even though I'm only halfway through the word, and even if I type in Christ, that's funny. Christopher Nolan is still the number 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. He's basically most of that front page. But if I get to Christmas, and you can see there that it's starting to stabilise Christmas, but I'm not after Christmas presents, and that's what all these results here are for. I'm after a Christmas Carol songbook. So finally, okay, now we're starting to get into Christmas Carol. So I might drop down and see what there is, what's under Christmas Carol. Well, of course, that's then influenced by Charles Dickens novels, the movie, The Christmas Carol. But I want a Christmas Carol song. book. Oh, that's it. So you're not going to all of a sudden abandon your searches just because Google is changing the results for you. It's about speed, it's about efficiency. Sure, there might be some, let's just say you're looking for real estate in Carrum Downs. Well, even, you know, at the real estate level, it's still not pertinent to what I'm looking for, those results. So you will finish your search. Remember, it's about speed. And finally today, a quick look at a viewer's site. And this request has come in from, and I'll just get the person's name because I've forgotten it. But we're looking at a site called Supplier Haven. Now, Supplier Haven, it's a WordPress site, which I'm pleased to see. And we'll just, this is from Dale Hurley. Hi, Dale. And Dale, look, one of the main issues that you're going to have, if you want this site to rank, you're going to need more content, basically, actually on this front page. The reason is that this copy here is repeated on a couple of other pages throughout the site, and the nature of your site being Supply Haven's the main site, and then you're running a lot of subdomains, and then all these links are pointing off to those subdomains. Basically, it's and I don't mean to be rude, but Supply Haven is a site without a lot of content that's linking off to essentially a lot of other sites. Just because they're at a subdomain, Google still considers them to be other sites. And that's not going to give supplyhaven.com.au a lot of authority by itself. But some of the basic things that you can be doing just to try out to see how much Google does or doesn't like you is just some of the simple things like we always say. Start with the page title. Really no need to have your URL in the page title. Australia's e-marketplace for retailers. Probably not something that you want to rank for or that anybody is going to type in. One of the main things you have to decide here, and you're in that position that a lot of businesses find themselves in this space, is that, you know, do you target the actual business customers, or do you need to target the actual consumers or the retailers in your case that want to buy from those business customers? Essentially, you've got two markets, and they're going to have different search phrases or different criteria that they'll be using to find a site like yours. So you've got to decide which one you're going to bias, if you like, and then start getting those key phrases and those keywords actually in the places that we always talk about. Page title, get them up the top here. I noticed that this is in a H1. That's probably something to do with the theme that you're using more so than anything, I guess. And my SEO for Firefox tool is saying you've got a H2 over here. I don't know if that's the case or not. I haven't had a look at the code. But certainly, well, I've had a little bit of a look at the code because I know it's WordPress, so I haven't gone further than that. But just check your theme that you're using because it's saying it's got a H2 over here. Also, this logo in a H1 really doesn't serve any purpose. And some of the phrases that you've got in headings here, and I know a lot of people say, Jim, headings don't matter, but look at the size of the text, okay? The size of the text is dictated by the heading that has been attributed to that text. And it's saying it's more important than the other text on the page because it's bigger, okay? So get over the whole heading thing. Become a seller, latest products, latest news, top shelf. They're not key phrases, so you're not telling Google anything about your site. One of the other things that you can be doing here too is that is get some links deeper into your site. I know this menu here is going deeper into the site, and we're getting some text in there in that menu. But that, once again, that menu I don't think gives you a lot of the keywords that you want to rank for. So you need to, when you're linking deeper into your site, think about the keywords that you want to rank for and link them to pages that are relevant to that key phrase deeper in the site. You can use them down here in your footer menu too. But the main issue that you're going to have is that there are a lot of subdomains and you're linking out to them all, and there's not a lot of unique content on the site except for the actual catalogue of the products and everything else. But once again, most of that is graphics and there's a lot of text around that. So Google's not going to be able to get a good picture of what it thinks it should rank your site for. And you know, some of these modules here are appearing on every page as well. So most of the pages are going to look very similar on Supplier Haven. I hope that helps you. And if you do have a site you want reviewed, just send it through onto the Facebook page like Dale and others have done, and I'll have a look at it for you. See you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.